Hey, it's Ryan, 97.7 QLZ. Our state fair is done. The massive amount of events that we've had are kind of in the rearview mirror. I'm getting back to doing a lot of interviews again. We're talking with Jae Sims. Jay, you're the lead singer of Rubicon, a band that we got in rotation with Lose It All here a couple of weeks ago. Dude, it's nice. It's nice to talk to you, man. How you doing?
I'm doing so good, brother. Thank you so much, and thanks to 97.7 for all the love.
And we're happy to do it, man. It's great getting, like it's funny, we were talking like you guys have been a band for 20 years. Like you're not a new band by any means, but maybe to our audience, you guys are a little bit newer. We were talking about Blood on My Hands and what you guys went through with that, the song back in 2019.
Yep.
So I mean, what does it feel like when someone's like, "Hey, we want to introduce this band. It's been around for 20 years."
It's I mean, yeah, it's kind of not typical.
Mhm.
Um, and it's all the same guys. We are just we're kind of the best of friends.
Mhm.
And we went really hard early in our career. We did the whole, we were all in an RV and we were on the road, for a year at a time, playing bars with dirt floors on Monday nights, and and just as the years progressed, it was um we just didn't see a reason why we wouldn't play music together. We all love it so much. That most definitely shows in our live shows because we couldn't imagine doing anything great,
Yeah.
better. Um, but yeah, I mean, I love it. I love the fact that we've been together for so long, and are we riding high at the top of the music world? Absolutely not. But guess what? We get to play music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to do what you love for a living. Now, I got to ask you guys. I got to ask you as well, Jay. So, are any of you guys stand-up comedians? Because if
No,
anybody follows you guys on Facebook, I think your tagline is the best opening band of all time.
right.
If you still type in Rubicon on Google to try to get to the website or anything else,
Yeah.
it talks about how you guys met in a Civil War reenactment. Three guys from the north, one guy from the south. And then if you go to the merch store on the site, it talks about, oh, if you've got loved ones that you want to clothe, go ahead. But if they don't like clothes, maybe they like music. So, are you the jokester in the band, or is it all you guys that have
It
good sense
no,
of
it's all of us, and dude, to be perfectly honest, I don't remember the last time I was, like, on our actual website.
humor?
The modern world, the social media world is,
Mhm.
we're all in it because we kinda have to be, but yeah, I was probably our guitar player, Dave. He
Okay.
probably put all that together. Yeah. 'Cause they're a bunch of Yanks, and I moved to Boston from I grew up in Mississippi and went to
Okay.
college in Mississippi, and that's where I started in bands, and
Okay.
and then, just, you needed a change of scenery and literally moved to Boston with a suitcase, and then, a year later, they poached me from another band that I had started when I
Okay.
first moved to Boston. So, yeah, that was probably my guitar player, Dave, with the humorous
Okay.
story about the
Yeah, so like the Civil War reenactment thing, it's like when you type in Rubicon, it's got the website, like a little blurb underneath, and it ends. So I think when you click on the site, I don't know if it's just the tease that's still on there, but I was like, I've never asked the band if they do stand up comedy before. You guys will be the first ones I ever do this. So,
We are you know, and, Dave Grohl covered this. He did a doc about tour life and interviewed all these
oh,
bands,
the
and
vans.
it's like the in between spaces,
Mhm.
you wake up in the morning, you get in the van, you're driving 4 hours to the next show. It's absolutely hysterical. It
Yeah.
is like every time I get off the road, my cheeks are killing me because 'cause we're just laughing so much. Yeah, everybody in the band is kind of a jokester.
That's awesome. Like you said, it's what I know you said it's all the same guys in the band from 20 years ago. I mean, there's not a whole lot of bands that can say that. Alter Bridge is one of them.
Sure.
Seven Dust for the most part, outside of a couple
I
albums
love
without
those
quitting
guys.
that
Yeah.
band. What is there a secret to you guys? Being able to say, "Hey, man, we got the same guys for 20 years in this group," or is it just we were just best of friends and let's roll with it?
Yeah.
Is there a secret to
Best
keeping
of
it
friends,
amazing?
it's
Yeah.
like there's nothing better than playing music with your friends, especially on a high level. And a lot of these, I think there's 1,000 bands out there that can make this statement. we've been playing together for so long. Just like a band like Seven Dust, and all the same guys, and um, we've gotten better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've gotten better. It's like, and we're performing at a higher level than even 19 years ago. So, and, I mean, that's winners want the ball. We want to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're the greatest opening band of all time.
I saw that and I was like, I think I'm gonna have a good interview with Jay. When I saw the opening stuff, I'm like, all right, this would be people we can kind of joke around with and have a good time with. Again, man,
Absolutely.
Lose It All is a great tune, and it's we talked about Blood on My Hands a little bit from back in 2019, and I listened to this one. I was like, man, this is.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the same band, but I was like, man, it's got such a different feel to it than that song 4 years ago, man. So tell me about Lose It All, against song we're
It's
spinning
a
right
fastball.
now.
It's a
Yeah.
fastball. And like you said, you've heard some of the other singles and stuff like that. It's we're a band that refuses to make the same record over and over. I think that's kudos to all the bands that have a formula and kind of stick to it, and we're just not one of those bands. Who wants to eat the same flavor of ice cream every day? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so with Lose It All, yeah, we were just gonna get hard and heavy, and then the record that's gonna come out following this single is gonna be very different than the other records. It's gonna be very heavy, but in a sort of a frenetic, almost punk sort of way.
Okay.
A lot of stuff that's a little bit more straight down the pipe, and release that aggression, baby.
I love it. I mean, like I said, I heard this single, and I was like, man, this is when we're definitely, at least we're getting on the artist spotlight. We got a new music show. I'm like, so if we can't get anything in the rotation right away, I'm like, the song is going somewhere, because I naturally gravitate to that hard hitting stuff and love it. You mentioned the
Awesome.
album's gonna be like that too. Do you guys know when you want to release the record? I know it's an interesting time right now with EPs and singles and records and what bands want to do, but do you guys
Sure.
have a time frame of when you want to get it out there, or is it something that
Yeah.
you can't say?
We've just done some. We did several weeks on the show on the road here recently, and we've got something coming up in December, and then a long leg in the UK in January.
Okay.
So we are taking a little bit of time to, like I said, we don't live in the same cities, so we're going to convene here in Nashville. I run a recording studio here in Nashville.
Oh, very cool.
And I'm actually sitting in it right now. But we'll be coming down here to finish the album. I'd say we're about 60% done, and it's just a matter of guys being able to get into the room. And like I said, I mean, we've been together for 20 years. We all have lives, careers, families.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so we're going to take that time for them to come into Nashville, finish the record, and hopefully we're hoping to get it out at the beginning of the year, right before we jump across the pond and go do UK for 14 shows, I think.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, very cool.
What was the reason for you guys wanting to do a full length record? Again, the industry is so much different now. I mean, I still love it. I still have a CD player in my car, so I love getting a full album and listening to a full album. But it's an interesting world where some bands are like, we don't have the recognition.
I'm an album guy. I think all of us are album guys. I think that when a band puts they're in a season of writing and they put together this collection of songs, I feel like that those songs are indicative of the whole general idea of that area, that time of your life. And I'm just an album guy. I view an album 1 through 10 or 12 as a singular piece of art, and it has just these different subsections, and that, and like you think about that when you put an album together. How does this flow? How does this song flow into this song? You think about an album order, and I mean, no offense to anybody that's just putting out singles and stuff like that. I don't care as long as the music gets out there, but I'm still an album guy.
Yeah.
And I want these songs to come out as a unit. And maybe we got the single out, maybe we do another single, But then, I just prefer the unit of a record,
Yeah. No, I love it because, like I said, I still have a CD player in my car. I still love buying full length albums, and it's weird. Like here in Springfield, we have a record store in town where you can get a lot
Nice.
of vinyl, which there's not a whole lot of CDs, and it's like I'm trying to find areas, outside of Amazon, and you can go
Yeah,
to bands websites and stuff and buy CDs. But I'm like, man, I need to
I
buy a bunch. There's a
know.
bunch of CDs on my list right now that
I
I need
have
to
like
get.
crates and crates of CDs that just sit in storage because, man, the phone is just so convenient. But it's also the what's kind of killed the music industry for
Yeah.
mid and low level bands.
Yeah, and it's been an interesting time. It's why I like asking bands like, what's your plan for it? Some of the bands I talk to where, they've been around for maybe a couple years. Like I get it, the singles game works for you. And so I always
Yeah.
like knowing, the reasoning behind it because everybody's got their own story to tell. Everybody's got their reasonings for why they're doing what they're doing. And I don't
Right.
think there's a wrong way to go about it. It just kind of depends on what you want to do.
Right. I mean, well, so I think with our band, there's no delusions. We don't have delusions of grandeur.
Mhm.
We're just riding this horse as long as we can. I hope we're playing together for another 20 years.
Yeah. I
You know,
mean, you guys are
a little,
going.
a little bit of success makes that easier.
Yeah.
So, so it'd be cool. But yeah, we just want to keep playing. That's it. As
I know,
long
and
as we're alive, we're gonna be playing because it's the most fun thing ever.
yeah. I love that. I love that you it's just this simple answer. If we just love playing, sometimes I think some people have lost sight of that, but it's awesome that you guys are just like, man, we just want to play music. We have a
Yeah,
great time. We just want to play music. You mentioned being an
I'm just a
album.
fan. I'm a fan. Like music has altered my whole existence. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like the one constant, the one thing gives me joy. Gives me a lot of pain too. But but the joy is that's where you keep coming back to, because nothing recreates it. We did a show. This is great. We opened for the Cult in at the House of Blues in Boston.
Okay.
And it was, I mean, just, sold out 2,400 people or whatever. And, we played our shows amazing. They gave us love. We gave them love. And then one of my drummer's friends afterwards was like, he's not a musician. He's like, what's that like? And he was like, imagine you hit a home run in the World Series 8 times in a row and you got to run the bases with your best friends.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's an incredible way to describe it. I love it. I know you said you're an album guy, and Jay, one of the questions I ask every band. It's when I was living up in Wisconsin, it used to be a blog feature I was doing, but it was called Favorite Fives. You don't have to be 5 if you don't want to, but if you want to, you're more than 5, you're more than welcome to. But your favorite complete albums of all time, those no skip records, where you just put an album on.
I have this conversation with the guy Evan. He produced Lose It All.
Okay.
And it's what we just call our perfect album list.
Okay.
Let's see, top 5. That's gonna be tough, bro.
Or if you want to give more than 5, man, you're
Pearl
welcome.
Jam 10.
Okay.
The Cure, Disintegration. Queens of the Stone Age, Songs of the Deaf.
Okay.
Let's see, System of a Down, Toxicity. It's the 5th one, bro. The last Waltz soundtrack.
Okay.
that's what's just off the top of the head.
Yeah.
Give me your email. I'll send you 58 more.
All right.
Okay.
I'll check. Hey, if they're ones that I don't know about, I'll check them out. I told you I was talking with with the label a bit. I was like, man, I love checking out new bands and stuff like that. So, and again, when you guys came back, Lose It All, it's a song, like I said, we're spinning right now on QLZ. It's a song that if you've heard Rubicon before, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more hard hitting in your face, and I love it. More music is on the way, and you guys are heading to the UK here in a few months. So, dude, Jay, I'm glad it's able to work out, man. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, Ryan. I appreciate it so much. And big thanks to the radio station for all the love, man. It means a ton. Thank you.